Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today's Friday, December 16th. It is 6:24 right now. Market's going to open in about 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly. So just got a few things here to update. All right, looks good. All right, cool. A few more things. Here. And we should be good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, solid. Got a few moments for people to make their way in, and then we will get started shortly. All right, cool. So as people make their way in, let me go ahead and mark up and identify any news events that we should be on the lookout for. So we got news at 6:45. That's about it. We'll mark that up over here. High impact. 6:45 right there. 6:45 right there. And I think we're good. Let's also take a look at the overall direction of price. So it looks like majority of you guys are here already. So good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, December 16th. It is 6:27 right now. The market's going to open in about 3 minutes. I'm looking over the overall direction right now. Retail sentiment's 53% short. So it's pretty neutral now at the moment. So 53% short retail sentiment. Fundamentals are 400 points in the red right now. Goldman Sachs planning to cut up to 8% of its employees in January. So the recession talks are looming. You know, if they're cutting 8% of their workforce here in Goldman Sachs, there's definitely something happening. So we'll see how this plays out throughout the year. I mean, it's not going to affect us too much because we're scalping, so we can trade either direction. So it doesn't really matter if we're going to a recession or not. We're still going to find ways to make money in the market. But it's just interesting, you know, let's just see how this unfolds. I don't think this recession is going to be as crazy. I mean, maybe I'm just biased because I'm like more prepared. And I know how to make money in a recession, right, with trading. So for some people, it's going to be a big deal, especially if, you know, you're only working a normal job because you might get laid off. But for us here, it's not really a big deal because I mean, we'll make money when the market's going down. We'll make money when the market's going up. So it's not a big deal on our end. So we'll see how that plays out. But anyways, guys, let's see who's here so far. Morning, Maria. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Sir. Morning, Will. Morning, everybody. So happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully everyone had a great trading week. I had a pretty good trading week this week. Not as many trades as usual, but I mean, overall, a pretty great trading week. Haven't really ran into anything bad this week. I mean, we've been pretty disciplined with our entries here, so we haven't been taking anything too crazy. Well, for me personally. Hey, Gary. Morning. Morning, Ross. Morning, David. Morning, everybody. Market is opening in about 50 seconds, guys. We have the overall direction set up over here. I'm going to take a look on this chart. So overall direction here is pretty much bearish, as you guys can see on the 4 hour, 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, and 10 minute. Fundamentals are also bearish. Retail sentiment is neutral. So with that said, we're probably looking for a sell here with regard to the breakout. In order to get that, we need a strong red candle in the direction of the momentum, which is below the pivots. So we'll see where that goes. We have a pending buy signal right here. If that closes, then it's going to change things. So yeah, I think pushed up like a lot right here. 1,000 pips. Yeah, anyways, we'll take a look and we'll see where this goes on open. Market is now open right here. And we'll see if this continues or if it comes back down. So if this here closes as a strong green candle, this will technically be the breakout. However, if it doesn't, then price may come back down. But yeah, this may be the breakout if it does close. If it closes, I'm definitely not going to take this trade because, as I mentioned, everything here is bearish. I think this here is like it's a manipulated push to the upside. It's just looking to lure some people into the buy side before it comes right back down. Or I don't know, this might be a reversal, who knows? Looking over here on the 5-minute and 10-minute, everything's still pretty bearish, right? Trend mirror down here is red. Pivots are still below the pivots. Price is still below the pivots. The 5-minute over here is neutral now because price has shot up super heavy. And same with the 1-minute over here. Price was bearish, and then the last 2 minutes, price just shot all the way up. So we'll see how this candle here closes. This here is not a strong green candle, so this is definitely not the breakout right here. The wick on top is way too big. Either way, if we do get a buy entry right there, I'm definitely not going to take it. Obvious reasons. Yeah, that's crazy. This thing shot up, over 1,000 pips just now. Open right here, and we don't even have news until 6:45. So it looks like a lot of people or the market makers in general are trying to push price up because typically price is supposed to be bullish towards the end of the year. So I don't know, maybe this is the bullish push correction from yesterday and the past couple of days because inflation news did drop price a lot. And this might be the correction, but again, still here, this is still a very risky entry. So it looks like this might be the breakout. If it is, I'll mark it up, but I'm not going to take this trade here. It's just way too big of a push to the upside. And also there's a sessions right there. So as you guys can see the green line, there is a sessions literally right here. So price might just bounce off this and come back down. Looking over here on the 5-minute and 10-minute, this here hasn't closed yet with a bullish confirmation. So we need this to close above the pivots first before we can start looking for any buys. Looking over here at the 10-minute, it is currently neutral. It's bearish neutral because it was pretty bearish down here. I just pushed above the pivots on this individual candle. So it's pushed above it. Trend meter is blue. So this is indicating that it's a bearish neutral. If this turns green, then this will be bullish. And this has to close above the pivots as well. The 5-minute over here is bullish. You can see price pushed above, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up now. So this is shifting to a bullish bias as well, but this needs to confirm as well with the 10-minute here. The 1-minute here is now bullish. So as you guys can see over here, the 10-minute is bearish neutral. 5-minute is bullish neutral, and the 1-minute over here is bullish, but they don't align. So unless they align, we can't really look for any entries here. So our main thing to look for here is to make sure that everything here aligns. As you can see right here on the breakout, price came up, rejected directly off the sessions right here. This is why it's important that you guys avoid trades at the sessions, because you can see how price pushed up, rejected directly off there, and then came right back down, right? So definitely not a good area to trade right here. And I wasn't going to take the breakout either way because everything here was bearish. So it wasn't necessarily a good trade to really rely on. You can see right here, prices are tracing super hard now. So I'm glad we didn't take this trade. I'm just going to take this off. I don't want you guys to think that we're in the trade right now because it was definitely not a good trade to take. For one, it was at the sessions. 2, big push to the upside right here was due for retracement. And 3, everything here was bearish. So not really the best trade to hop into for the breakout. Not to say that it's not going to play out, but not one that I would personally risk, especially on a Friday, because Friday is one of the riskier days to trade. Hey, Ross, morning. Who else is here? Hey, Christopher, morning. Morning, Douglas. Morning, Barack. Morning, everybody. Yeah, Barack said sweet spike, huh? Yeah, no, spike up was pretty heavy. Not one I would chase or take a trade in, but I'm sure a lot of you guys probably chased that to the upside. Barack did, of course. So Barack said, good morning, Sean. Got a little bit more entries than required, but risky was okay. Glad to end the week this way, bro. So Barack over here took those buys actually. I guess he entered the breakout a little earlier because there was a partial breakout right here. Or I mean, where was the entry at? I guess he probably took it right here where it closed with a big wick, or he might have taken it at the actual breakout entry right here because it did go into profit slightly before it came back down, right here. There's no timestamps here on Brock's entry, so I can't see when he actually entered, but he did take a couple buys here, total profit of 9,700 for the day. So nice work, Brock. Taking that ride to the upside. I know a lot of you guys sometimes will take the breakout, but you'll take it with the trailing stop. So when I do see you guys do that, I mean, it's kind of a good idea because Barack over here looks like you could have entered somewhere around the middle right here. It still went up about 200 pips. So there was opportunity to take partial profits there. Looking at your profits here, you made 1,000. So I can see that you only went for 100 pips. So it looks like you might have stacked some positions here as price pushed up right here because Brock's TP is only 100 pips, right? So this is the only range that he needed. So that's all he took right there. When price shot up, he pretty much entered, hit his TP, and he just kept re-entering the trade as price continued to come in and out of those positions. So great work, Barack. Off that there. If you guys have any profits, feel free to post them up. Otherwise, we haven't taken any official trades today, so we will hold off on that. There's this. So Maddie's not here right now, but I covered this strategy with Maddie yesterday. I'm not sure if I want to implement it in like the live session courses yet, but there's this it's basically a variation to the momentum scalp. The reason why I came up with it was because I was looking for entries that we can take on retracement, right? Because sometimes we'll get a retracement and then we won't get a buy signal for a while. So the thing that I was showing Maddie over here, let me see if I can pull it up. All right, so Maddie was a little confused about it. Maddie said he's been back testing it, works really well, super nice. Yeah, so this strategy is meant to be taken during the live sessions. And basically, let me see if I can pull this up here. All right, so basically the way that this strategy works, and I'm not going to apply it yet here in the live, or maybe I'll apply it on my own, not without you, like not telling you guys, or not actually calling it as an official entry. But basically, whenever price has a bearish bias, right? So for example, here, the 5 minutes bearish, it's below the pivots, 10 minutes bearish, it's below the pivots, right? On the 1 minute over here, when we get a retracement signal like this, but we don't have a sell signal yet, when price cuts into the pivots and closes right back below, that's where you make the entry. And that's basically how this strategy works. It's kind of similar to the momentum scalp, but it's slightly different because you're not necessarily looking for the momentum signal. You're looking for the retracement signal. So I could show you guys a quick example here if I can find one. I don't actually, there's not going to be one right now. If I see one here in the live session, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Because the problem with, well, I mean, there's no problem with it, but the thing is we already have one strategy that works well, the momentum scalp, and then the momentum scalp or the high-low momentum pivot scalp, they're literally the same entry. So there's not really much a difference to it. We're just building off the momentum scalp strategy. So if I see an entry here, I'll show you guys. Price right here is still, there's no alignment. Once there's an alignment here, I can show you what type of entry it is. but we're still focusing on the main two strategies. I just wanted to give you guys a little preview of what I've been working on last night, because once you guys have one strategy that you guys can apply, you can always figure out different variations to that type of strategy. So thanks, Kenny. Sorry, I didn't know any people's mics were on. Let me go and turn people's mics off. Thanks for the heads up, Kenny. Barack said took the open to the candle that broke the previous high. Second bull candle from the low. Nice, Barack. Yeah, no, solid entry with that there. All right, so there's still no entries here available. Looking on the 10-minute here, this still hasn't confirmed for a bullish confirmation, right? So this here, the trend meter is still red. Trend meter is still red. Price is in between the pivot, so there's no confirmation of any overall trend right now. This here is neutral. This here is bullish neutral, and this here is coming right back down on the 1 minute. So we got news coming up over here in the next 5 minutes. Once we have that news event, we'll we'll see where that goes. Some profits over here from Rashida. Rashida locked in a total profit of 280 off that breakout. Nice work, Rashida. Glad to see you pulled out, because that was probably the best decision with price coming right back down. I mean, the price is moving kind of crazy right now, as you guys can see on the 1 minute. Big spikes right here. Price came back down. So it came up, it tested the sessions right here, and then it came down and retested the opening price. As you guys can see from where price is currently going, it's now going sideways at this moment. So we don't have any entries here with regard to the momentum scalp, and we don't have any entries with regard to the, I'll call it the momentum scalp variation. Until we have a clear direction as to price. So until this 10-minute here confirms that it's bullish, then we're not looking for any buys. And then if these here don't confirm that price swings back down for correction for a bearish overall trend, we won't have any sells either. So at the moment right now, we're looking for this 10-minute to close above this area. If this 10-minute closes above here, then we can start looking for buys. So it's 6:41 right now. We got some open time from now until 6:50, because this candle is not going to close for another 8 minutes. So until this candle here closes, we're not going to have any possibility of entry. Sisu said, I was wondering that was just the pups. Good call. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't realize the mics were on. The mics were actually off, but people had the opportunity to unmute themselves. It seems like some people did. All right, here we go. As price pushes right back up. Let me see how far did this trace back down. Yeah, so price is actually in a pretty big range right now. Looking at this range over here, it's a pretty massive range. It's about 1,000, about 1,000 pips right here. It's pretty big. That's pretty big for a range, 1,000 pip range. All right, here we go. As price pushes right back up. Thanks, Shalon. Here we got news over here at about 6:45, 2 minutes from now. All right, again, right here, fake out at the sessions. So another reminder why you guys want to avoid trades at these horizontal lines, right? Whenever you see price at these horizontal lines, whether they're green, purple, red, blue, pink, you don't want to trade here, because you can see from this point, price came up, bounced directly off it, right? Again, right here, price came up, it closed above it. A lot of people, when they see price close above structure, they think price is going to continue, right? It did it right here. It did a fake out. So price came above it, faked out, came right back down. And at this point, price can go either way. Price will either come back down, or it's going to continue pushing back up from here from another fake out. So you definitely want to avoid trades whenever price gets near the sessions like it did right here, right? And there you go with the fake out. So that's a reason why these are red flags. So if you look over at the red flags, the top red flags here that we follow, when to avoid trades when price is near sessions. This is the New York low session. This is the Asia low session. you want to take no trades around these areas. Also, when price is near opening price, this blue line right here, news price, which is going to be this candle right here once this closes. I'm glad price is closing below here because I want news price to actually be between this area here so that we just avoid all trades within, this middle area here. So I'm glad that price is actually going to be below here. Let's see, Barack said, I think I'm good for the day. I forgot my earbuds, struggling to follow through the YouTube captions as I'm on transit for the weekend. See you later, team. Thank you so much, on definitely, Barack. So we'll see you here on Monday. Have a great weekend. Be safe on your trip, and we'll catch you on Market Open, Barack. So I'll see you guys, or I'll see you specifically on Monday. All right, so let's see. We've got news candle right here. Let me go and mark up the candle. All right, so this is news price right there. I can take this off. And again, this is a reason why you don't trade news, right? Because you see how price spiked from way up here. Well, actually it opened right here, spiked up, and then it spiked right way back down. So you got big wicks on both sides over here. A lot of uncertainty in the direction of price. So you want to avoid news right here. Once news passes, we'll see if price continues to push up or if price, comes right back down. So let's take a look over here. All right, so the 10-minute is still above the pivots. So one thing to look out for here is whether price pushes, above this area up here. If that becomes the case, then great. We can start looking for possible buys. If it doesn't, then we got to wait for direction to actually be set. Zach's asking, what counts as a candle being too large? Like how many pips maximum should we consider trading? Anything above 300 pips, Zach, because if the candle is more than 300 pips, if the price retraces past the candle, it's going to hit your stop loss, right? Because typically your stop loss would be 300 pips. So you definitely want it to be below 300 pips. So like, for example, if you're taking like say if we had some sort of entry, like right here, like for the, I know this isn't the breakout, or I'll see if I can find a better example for you, but basically I'll just show you the setup here. So see how this is 300 pips? Basically, if you get a big candle, like say you get a big green candle right here and you want to take a buy, right? Oh, for example, this one, the one that just passed. I know there's no entry here, but if there was an entry, so this green candle right here, there's no entry there, but if there was an entry at that point, this is how you would figure out if this candle is too big. Because your stop loss is 300 pips, right? When you get a big candle like this, price typically retraces back. So when price does retrace back, it usually retraces to either two price points, either the halfway point or the full candle, right? So if price retraces down here, this has a very good opportunity of it stopping you out before it comes back up and, hit your TP. So whenever you see a candle like this, you definitely want to skip it. What you want to do is wait for the retracement and then you can enter later, like up here. So you can see how price retraces down right here, retrace right down to the halfway mark and then the full candle. But what happens when it hits the full candle right here? It comes right back up, right? So that's why you want to avoid trades like this. What you can do is have a buy stop here, so that if price does spike back up like it did right here, it would fill your order, hit your TP, and you're out of the position. So that's what would be considered a big candle if it's bigger than your stop loss. That's mainly for the live sessions. If you guys are trading other strategies, same difference. Just make sure it's not bigger than your stop loss. Yeah, exactly, Zach. Zach said that makes logical sense. Yeah, no, a lot of people they overlook that. So like, for example, again, right here, there's another big green candle. If you take a buy there, price retraces to basically the full candle and then it spikes right back up. So don't get caught in those fake outs, guys. That's like one of the main manipulative moves that you guys see in the market all the time. I'm sure you guys have seen that a lot where you guys try to chase these big candles, price spikes down, hit your stop loss, and then they go straight to your TP. So in order to avoid that, just avoid the trade and make a late entry. You might miss some trades, but it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Because I'd rather have I'd rather wait an extra couple minutes and then hit my TP rather than let it hit my stop loss and then hit my TP after I'm already stopped out. All right, guys, so price is still pushing up right here. All right, the 10-minute has about 20 seconds left on this candle. If this closes above here, then we're going to start looking for some buys, possibly. I can probably find a example of that strategy that I was showing you guys. We're going to base it off the momentum scalp, but I'll show you the difference here when I do see an entry. All right, so the candle did close above. The 10-minute here is still bullish neutral because the trend meter here didn't turn green yet. The trend meter doesn't need to turn green, but you want it to be green because you want to make sure that you have a strong trend in that direction, right? Right here, it is bullish because price is above the pivots. However, this still hasn't confirmed. So it's still attempting to make it shift to the upside, but it has not confirmed it yet completely. So we'll see where this goes. All right, the 1 minute over here. Now pushing up. Let's see. All right, so for our momentum scalp strategy, we need to have a sell signal, right? That sell signal is going to be the confirmation of retracement. I'll put the requirements up here for the momentum scalp. So looking over here real quick, first requirement, you want to confirm that you're trading in the direction of the overall trend. Right here, as you can see, the 1 minute is bullish, price is above the pivots, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up. The 5 minute over here, same thing, price is above the pivots, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up. Here on the 10 minute, it's a bit indecisive right now, but it's still somewhat bullish, right? For price here, you can see price is above the pivots. Pivots are angling up. However, the trend meter is still blue. This will turn green eventually. As you guys can see right there, it's slightly turning green, but it is changing. So it hasn't confirmed yet. So if you look down here, you'll see that the trend meter is green, but it changes back to blue and price comes back down, right? So once this closes here in the next 7 minutes, we can confirm that this is in a strong bullish trend. So we can basically confirm step one already if we wanted to. Step one's confirmed. Moving over to step two, you want to confirm the momentum on the 10-minute time frame. We have a buy signal right here, so that's already confirmed for step two. Step three, you want to confirm momentum on the 5-minute time frame. We have a buy signal right here, so that's confirmed. Next, for step four, you want to confirm momentum on the 1 minute time frame. So in order for us to get a bullish momentum here, we need to get a red sell signal, and then the next signal will be a buy signal. Once we get that, then we can take the entry here on step five. So until we get that, we're currently on step four right now. We need a retracement signal here to confirm it. But we need to be careful with that retracement signal, because if this retracement signal is too hard, then the 10-minute here can shift back into a bearish bias, right? So if that happens, then we go back to step one. So we're currently on step four right now. Confirm momentum on the 1 minute time frame. Until then, it's just going to be a waiting game. So we're waiting for that retracement confirmation on the 1 minute. Once we get that, we can take entry on the continuation. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. As of now, this is going to take some time until we can get that confirmation. So I'm not really in a rush right now. So if there's any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, we'll keep looking and anticipate any possible moves right here. We're not looking for any Forex trades today because today's Friday. Market closes in a couple hours. So it's not worth taking any Forex trades on the 4-hour time frame. This week wasn't that great for Forex because we had a lot of news. So today was a very heavy news week with the inflation news and Fed week happening. So there weren't really many entries for Forex. If you guys looked at the Forex market, it was going sideways for pretty much the entire week. There's just breakouts during news events like this over here. But for the most part, a lot of the Forex market was just going sideways for the entire week. So, I mean, it's all right. It happens. We're getting close to the holidays. So not really a huge surprise there. All right, we're getting that retracement signal right here on the 1 minute. I want this here to close with the sell signal. Once we get that to close, we can possibly look for some buy entries. As you can see over here on the 10-minute, this is what I was saying. If this pushes down too hard, the trend meter is going to change. So it's no longer green down here. Still waiting for it to turn green. But if it doesn't turn green yet, it's still fine because price is above the pivots. What we do need is a sell signal here. So we definitely need the sell signal to close here. Once we get that, we can possibly start looking for that buy. Doesn't look like we have right now. Yeah, so that sell signal didn't close yet. It's probably gonna have a hard time closing because it's right at the sessions. All right. All right, so here's the last trade that Brock took before he got off for the day. He locked in a total profit of 1,102. Nice work, Brock. Yeah, not bad at all. I like how IC has this this setup right here. I wish you could trade IC, but we can't here in the US. Solid though. All right, so there's nothing here yet, guys. We do have that sell signal right there that's pending. The only problem here now, or this might be good, if we get an invalid sell signal, that still works too. The main problem here is that price is now pulling in around this red flag area. So we don't want price to be around this area at all, where any of these horizontal lines are. All right, so I need price to be away from this area here. See if we can take a look at overall direction. 4 hours still bearish, 1 hour is still bearish, 30-minute is still bearish, 15-minute is still bearish, and the 10-minute over here is now neutral. So some changes right here. Not a lot, but some changes. Take a look at the sentiment. Sentiment's still the same, 54%. Fundamentals are currently down 181 points. All right, so there's no sell signal there. So there's no entry yet, of course. But price is still bullish. So this is fine. I don't mind if there's more of a bullish push here and then price does end up retracing a little bit, but yeah, at the moment, there's just nothing for us to take right now. Let me answer a couple questions over here. In the Telegram. All right, so looking over here at current price, there still isn't anything to confirm here yet. I mean, price is still kind of bouncing around this area. It's back into a range. So it was in a big range earlier, and it just pretty much created another range right here. So the old range that I drew up earlier was right here. Price kind of faked out, came back into it right here, and then now it pushed back above. So it looks like a break and retest out of the range. This was the original range here. Price broke above, faked out, came back above right here, retested, and then now bounced back above it. So we'll see where that goes. I mean, there's another range right here as well, depending on where you want to identify it. But yeah, there's just not much going on. Market volatility is super low right now. I was hoping the news would push price around a bit more and cause it to like, bounce around further, but it just didn't do that. There wasn't too much going on. Let me see if there's any other news today. I think that was it for today. 6:45 news right here. Flash services PMI, flash manufacturing PMI, both negative. Looking over here on my FX book, let's see if there's anything else coming up. No, there's a news coming up at 10, low impact, but for the most part, that's pretty much it. Yeah, this big spike right here. So this is why you want to be careful in this market, because you guys can see this huge spike down below right here, right? So just a reminder, we're still on step 4. We're looking for the buy signal, but with this big spike of candle right here, yeah, how far did that spike down? About like 600 pips. Pretty random spike there. I don't see anything in the news that would have caused it to spike down like that. But looking over here, everything's pretty much bearish. The Dow is down 200 points. S&P is down 26 points. NASDAQ's down 30 points. Russell 2K is down 11 points. And the VIX is even down negative 10 points, or negative 0.44%. It's yeah, I haven't seen the VIX down with everything here. Typically, the VIX is usually still up, even if everything else is here is down, but everything here is down today. So we'll see if this, we'll see if price corrects back down. If it corrects back down, that's completely fine. I don't care about that. If price comes back down, then we'll just start looking for sells once it confirms the overall trend. But looking at where price is currently at right now, we have to go back to step 1, right? Because there's now no overall trend. The 5-minute is still bullish right here, slightly bullish. The 10-minute here is still slightly bullish, but the 1-minute is starting to come back down. So if this 1-minute comes back down, then this is going to be bearish while these are still bullish neutral. So we just got to wait. It's all about patience, guys. The main thing with trading in general is having the proper patience to wait for those proper entries. A lot of people like to force trades and they like to chase these big drops. That's something that I'd never recommend you guys do. Like, for example, right here, I already know some people, if they saw a big drop right here, people are looking to chase that already. Probably not the best move, because price can just swing right back up. Yeah, there just isn't anything for us to take right here. I wanted to show you guys an example of the variation to this momentum scalp, but I don't know if we'll get one today because the overall direction is not very stable. Typically, if we have a very strong sell bias, it's really easy to follow. But obviously we just don't have that right now. I prefer to show you guys strategies real time, because it shows you guys, that it really works, rather than showing you guys something behind, because I don't really see anything over here. I would have to go like really far back, like days, because this strategy I only applied during the live session. All right, looks like we're starting to get a shift to the downside. As you guys can see here, we have a pending sell signal on the 5. We're probably going to get a pending sell signal here on the 10 as well. Maybe not right now, but like closer to 710 if price continues to drop lower. See, we got some more profits here from Jay. Let me check my Telegram real quick. So let's see, Jay just sent me some profits. Let me just delete this real quick. Man, I've been getting a lot of more spammers have been coming in the chat lately. Jay over here. Nice. So Jay was over here in the live session. Took that sell as price came back down. Total profit of 635 for the day. Nice work, Jay. Yeah, you too, Jay. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. So if you guys are happy with your profits for the day so far, or for the week, feel free to just call it a week, guys. If you guys want to stay here on the live, feel free to hang out on the live, but I would recommend closing out your MT4. I mean, I had a pretty good week so far, so I'm not really forcing any trades. I'm just waiting for those proper entries to actually come up and confirm entry for me. That's another thing that a lot of people don't do, right? For some reason, a lot of people want to take the very risky trades on Friday, which is the worst day to take those types of trades, and then they end up losing all the profits from the week. So the main thing here is just discipline and consistency, right? Consistency and locking in profits daily, and avoiding losses whenever possible, and the discipline to call it a week when you're happy with your profits for the week so far. So just keep that in mind. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, whether you're on the YouTube or whether you're on the Zoom. Feel free to put your questions in the chat. There just isn't anything for us to take right now, so we got a lot of downtime from now until possibly 8. So it's 7:05 right now. We still have a lot of time, so don't worry. I think we'll probably get at least one entry until then. Well, I'm hoping so, but if not, we're not going to force anything, so it's completely fine. Let's see, Deswell just posted his profits over here. So Deswell said, nice Friday, done for the day. Deswell is currently up 2,299 for the day. So it looks like he took partial moves here from the breakout, and he took that drop right back down right here. You can see here, he's watching the live as we talk. So nice work right there, Deswell. I'm always impressed how you guys can trade on your phone. A lot of you guys here, or some of you guys are trading on multiple platforms. Like Jay over here, he's trading on his laptop and he's watching me. Or he's watching me on there, but he's trading on his phone right here. Same with Deswell. Deswell's trading on his phone, and he's actually watching the live session on his phone as well. So nice work, Deswell. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do that. I feel like I need to have like full control over like what's going on my screen. But if you guys can do it, great. I mean, I can't do it, but if you guys can, that's solid. I still find it kind of crazy how a lot of you guys trade on your phone still. I mean, if you got to do what you got to do, it's just what you got to do, right? I think Barack here trades on his phone too, which is crazy because he's very consistent on his phone. You guys have seen Barack's profits. Yeah, like Barack here, he's always on his phone trading, and he's locking in like crazy profits. I don't know how he gets in and out so fast. I know he's trading on C-Trader, so maybe C-Trader has a different platform where you can get in and out of the trades quickly, like the DOM. But I know MT4 does not have that, which sucks. But yeah, no, definitely. Natasha said, I know you told me to stop trading on my phone, but I have to do it when I'm working. Yeah, and I agree too, Natasha. If you have to do it, then that's fine. But I would recommend you guys trade off your computer. Because the depth of market in FTMO Quick Trade Manager it makes the huge difference with regard to executing your trades. Let's see. So we're starting to shift to a sell bias right now. As you guys can see, the 10-minute over here, trend meter is now red. Price is starting to swing below the pivots. If this here closes below here in the next 2 minutes, this is going to confirm a bearish bias. Same with the 5-minute over here. We have a sell signal right here, closing, or it's already closed. We just need price to actually close below here. You can see the trend meter is going from green to blue, and then from blue, it's going to turn to red. So that's going to be sell bias on the 10, sell bias on the 5. 1 minute over here, looks like we're going to be getting that sell bias as well, or it already confirmed actually. Price is below the pivots, trend meter is red. Pivots are now angling down. So we'll probably be looking for a sell, obviously sometime soon. So it's just going to be a matter of confirming this here until we can take that entry. You can see the trend meter here is now red. All right, so this is fine. I'm completely fine with price coming right back down. So number one, confirm the trend here. See what Jen did over here. Jen said, not sure if anyone else uses this, but FTMO has an EA for MT4 alerts, for MT4 that alerts when it reaches target profit goal for the day. Nice way to alert to get off MT4. Let me see. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I never seen that before. Yeah, so Jen over here just sent me this thing. She said that FTMO has this EA for MT4. So basically, when you have a profit goal, you just set your profit goal there. When your profit goal reaches, it gives you an alert like, hey, congrats, you reached your profit goal. Now turn off your MT4, right? It's called the Mentor app. Okay, cool. Thanks, Jennifer. So if you guys want that, you guys can check that out. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, because this will prevent you from over trading. You know, I see a lot of people reach a profit goal and they keep trading, they blow it all. Yeah, it's called the Mentor app. Thanks, Jennifer, for the heads up. If you guys want to check that out, it's probably going to be under FTMO under the downloads. FTMO has a lot of tools that you guys can use, but you need an FTMO account to use them. Like the FTMO Quick Trade Manager, what I use, you need an FTMO account to actually use that app. So, I mean, if you guys really wanted to use it, but you don't want to trade on FTMO, you guys can always open a trial account and then add your normal account to Copier. And that'll help. There's a lot of different ways around it. There's workarounds for these things. See, Jay just sent me some more profits. Let's see. He said he was done for the day. Yeah, he said saw another trade opportunity, but didn't want to risk it. And it hit TP. Yeah, so Jay's still here on the live session right now. Unfortunately, he saw another entry right there. Yeah, he didn't take it, but yeah, it would have hit. Yeah, no, nice work right there, Jay. Yeah, it's risky on a Friday. Rashida said she tried to download the FTMO Quick Trade and couldn't. So Rashida, with the FTMO Quick Trade, did you have trouble installing it, or you just couldn't download the actual file? Because if you can't download the file, I can send it to you. But if it's installing it, I can maybe walk you through it too. I know I can't installing. Yeah, so it's a little tricky how to install it. What you have to do is you have to put the file on like your desktop. And then when you're installing it, there's man, I wish I could show you, but I can't drag my FTM over to my MT4 over to my main screen. When installing it, there's like a runaround. Let me see if I could probably open it on my end. So yeah, you got to go to File and then go to Open Data folder. And then this thing right here opens up. You can probably see this on my screen. I don't know if you can or not. But there's an MT4 thing that opens right here. You want to save it to your desktop so that you can copy it from here, because you can't drag it around, right? Like you can't drag it around from like in your folder, because this is it's on a virtual platform. So what you do is you save the files. I think it's like MQL4, and then like there's a couple files here. Yeah, you go to MQL4 and then you go to I believe images. That's like one of them, FTMO Quick Trade Manager, Experts Quick Trade Manager. So you basically got to copy these files over to your MQL. You have to do everything through this box right here. I know it's kind of confusing, but this is where you would do it through. You would do it through the box, and this is only if you're on a Mac. On Mac, it's a little different because you can't do it on your specific computer. You're doing it on a virtual server. So I'll see if I can find a video, or if I can make a video, and then I'll see if I can show you guys that. Rashida, I know it's kind of annoying because if you're on a Mac, you can't do it on your specific Mac because it doesn't show up on your computer. But if you do it through the virtual server, that's where you would do it. Yeah, I know it's a little run through. Like I had to get on a Zoom with Maddie to show him how to do it. I'll try to create a video on that, and I'll add it to the new course so that you guys can have access to it. Because I know it's very useful to have the Quick Trade Manager, because it shows you like how much profit you're actually risking per trade. All right, so looking over here on US30, guys, don't worry, we haven't missed anything here. We now have a bearish bias. The 10-minute is bearish. You can see prices below the pivots, trend meters red, pivots are angling down. We currently have a sell signal here that's pending. Same with the 5-minute over here, prices below the pivots, trend meters red. And Rashida, Will posted a link in the group or in the Zoom if you want to see it. He said he used that to help him install it. So that might help you too if you want to take a look at it. Anyways, going back to my analysis over here, everything's pretty much bearish. 10 minutes bearish, 5 minutes bearish, 1 minute's bearish. So we're gonna move on to step 2. We need a sell signal here on the 10 minute, right? Once this here closes, then we can start looking for sells. 5 minute over here as well. This already has a sell signal. So once we satisfy requirement 2, going down to step 3, we have a sell signal here already. So from there, we can go on to step 4. So basically, once step 2 is confirmed right here, this candle closes in the next 5 minutes. Once this candle closes with a sell signal, we can start looking for a sell signal here on the 1 minute for the 4th step. So as of now, we just got to wait and have these confirmations satisfy our requirements. So we're basically looking here on the 10 minute and waiting for this to actually close with the sell signal. Once it closes, great. We can move on to step 3. That's already met there. Then step 4. Let's see some more profits here from Kenny. Oh, nice. So Kenny actually won one of the Christmas gifts. Oh, I didn't even check that one. Hey, I forgot. I missed the thing from the other days. So Kenny over here actually won his Christmas gift for FTMO. Nice work, Kenny. Congrats. So he got the special ticket, which will allow him to scale his FTMO account by 50%. Wow, that's crazy. So you might as well get a 200K account, and then you'll actually get that scaled up to 50%. That's a pretty good amount. So like, for example, if you were to do, or if you had a 200K account, they'll give you another 100K on top of it. So you'll have a 300K account. That's pretty interesting because I've never seen that before. You'll be like the only person with a 300K account. Actually, no, you could do that if you pass a 200K and a 100K. But yeah, I mean, I missed that one on the 15th. Today's the 16th. Let me check my email real quick, see if I won anything. I didn't win anything. So nice work, Kenny. I'm glad to see that you actually locked in something. Yeah, I didn't get anything, so it's all good. Yeah, like, what are the odds? Out of all the people that use FTMO, Kenny was one of them that got picked. It's awesome. Some more profits over here from Narith. So Narith is currently up 7,405 for the day. Nice work, Narith. So we took the buy earlier, and then right now he took that big sell as price starts to tumble down. So Narith is up 7,405 for the day. Let's see, Sisuk over here. He's currently at 4,500 for the day. Nice work, Sisuk. He's been trading both ways. Little accident right there, but everything else pretty much hit. So nice work right there, Sisuk. Hey, Maddie, I was going to take a look at that strategy I was showing you. There's one that's coming up right here for the momentum variation. So if this here closes with the buy signal, I'll be looking for an entry here. This isn't going to be an entry that we're taking, guys. I'm just going to be testing out the that strategy that I was telling you guys about earlier. It's just a variation to the momentum scalp. It's not one that we're applying yet. I barely identified it yesterday. I looked at the charts and I was like, this is like, it looks like it works pretty solid. So we'll see if it plays out here. Yeah, Maddie's watching it too. All right, cool. Thanks, Maddie. So I'm basically looking for a retracement signal. I'm looking for a buy signal to come up over here, guys. Once we have that there. Oh, nice. Justin actually won it too. Cool. So we got 2 people here in the group who actually won it. The thing that you just won, Kenny. I'm wondering if everyone got it, and I'm like the only person that didn't get it. I feel like they're picking. Well, I mean, I don't want to say that they are, but I feel like they're probably picking certain people to get it, right? Kenny said, now that today's my lucky day, I might go and buy a Powerball ticket. Yeah, you might as well, Kenny. You might as well go to Vegas too while you're at it. Uh, yeah, no, jokes aside. No, I'm glad you guys won that though. I obviously didn't get it, but it's all good. Some of you guys here got it. So Justin got it and Kenny got it for today. Nice work, guys. Yeah, C-Suk said thanks. Thanks, bro. It's Friday. Basically, you're saving my ass because I overlooked and missed a couple of things at certain moments. Yeah, I know. I'm like fully analyzing the charts here, guys, because I'm making sure I don't miss anything and I don't take anything that's unnecessary, right? You guys got to keep in mind that Friday is one of the riskier days to trade. Friday and Monday, typically like the worst days to trade, because on Friday, you get a lot of people pulling out of the markets. You get a lot of these sell-offs right here when people sell off for the weekend. And then you also get it on Monday when people are getting into the market, because you'll get a lot of buys because people are like trying to buy into the market for the week. Let's see. Justin said, I'm not funded yet. Maybe that's why. Yeah, so Justin basically said he probably got it because he's not funded. So I think Maddie's coming up right here. Candle's too big though. Yeah, I'm probably not going to take this, Maddie. I'll see. I'll follow it. Actually, it's probably not even going to close. Let me just maximize this a little bit. Yeah, so it actually didn't close below it. So using the strategy that I was just talking to you guys about, it's like a variation to the momentum scalp. If this here closes below the pivots, this will possibly be an entry for sell. So I'll follow it and I'll see where it goes. About 40 seconds left on it. But yeah, the discussion here in the group was that, so Justin said FTMO probably chose him and like a couple other people because you're not funded yet. I think that's the thing too, because if you were funded, like for example, if I got this gift here and since I'm funded, they would have to give me a free 100K account, right? They don't want to do that to people who are funded. But it's all good. So, I'm glad that you guys got it. That's just motivation to actually get funded, right? So we got about 10 seconds left on this candle right here, Maddie. This isn't an official entry, guys. I'm just following it to test out the strategy that I was showing Maddie with regard to, it's like a variation to the momentum scalp. So possibly entry there, but as I mentioned, it's not an actual entry that we're taking. We're looking for actual sell signal here to take entry for a sell, but we don't have that yet. We're just testing this during real market conditions because that's the only way to really understand if it works or not, right? Or really understand with trade psychology. So I'm not taking the trade there. I'm just watching it, seeing where it goes. Just wanted to test it out and see if it actually played out. If it doesn't, that's fine. It's just a matter of testing. That's the only way you'll actually understand if something works or if it doesn't. Kind of tempted to get into it though. We'll see. I'm going to follow it here, but it's not going to be considered an official trade here. If we get a sell signal after it, then that would be the actual trade here for the momentum scalp. Looking over here at the requirements, let me just show you guys the requirements real quick. Confirm trading the direction of overall trend. As you guys can see right here, everything's bearish. 10 minutes bearish, price below the pivots, trend meters red. Pivots are angling down. Same on the 5 minute over here. Price is below the pivots, trend meters red, and the pivots are angling down. Lastly, here on the 1 minute, we have the last confirmation of the overall direction of trend. Price is below the pivots, trend meters red, and pivots are angling down. So with that said, you move on to step 2, confirm momentum on the 10-minute time frame. 10 minute over here, we have a sell signal. That's going to confirm it. Move on to step 3, confirm signal on the 5 minute momentum. We have a sell signal right here. This confirms it as well. And then lastly, here on the 1 minute, once we get a sell signal here, that's going to confirm the entry for the 1 minute time frame. So this might be our actual entry right here. If it closes, it has about 10 seconds left on it. The reason why I like this momentum variation is that you're kind of getting a head start to the entry, right? Because you get into the entry before the sell signal actually appears. But then when it does appear, it kind of blasts right through your TP. So we have a pending sell signal right here. Once this closes with the sell signal, this is going to be an actual entry for the momentum scalp. However, we do have the momentum scalp variation here that I was talking to you guys about that is currently running right now. So we need that sell signal right there to close. Once it closes, that's going to confirm the actual requirement for the original momentum scalp. And we'll see where this goes from there. So we need that sell signal there to actually close. And Maddie did hit full TP. So it played out pretty nice. Now it's got to wait for this here to continue dropping. I actually took this trade, guys. So sorry, I didn't tell you guys I was going to take it, but I did mention when price came up over here, I said it was tempting to take the trade and I was looking to take it. So I did take it. I hit my full TP. There's an actual entry. Oh, crap. I missed this one. So the actual entry right there hit too. If you guys took it, great. I was too busy kind of explaining it, but both of the entries here did hit. The one up here, and then there was a second one that came up right here for the momentum scalp. It closed right there with the sell signal, everything lined up. Overall direction of trend, bearish, momentum on the 10, momentum on the 5, momentum on the 1. If you guys caught it, great. Looks like Maddie caught it, Zach caught it, Natasha caught it, Will caught it, all you guys caught it, great. I took the other trade, so I still made profit on it. I'm not necessarily too mad about it because I still made profit on the other one. But it's all good. I could have had 2 trades right there. I'm satisfied with my one for the day. So let me go over here real quick, and I'm going to that thing hit pretty nice, Maddie. Pretty solid, huh? It was a clean entry. All right, so let me go over here real quick. And I will take a screenshot of my profits. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, you guys did pretty good so far. So let me go and just take a screenshot of this so I can give you guys an update on that trade. So this is what I'm talking about being patient and being disciplined, right? We didn't have any entries this whole time. We could have chased these buys. We could have chased these sells. We didn't take any trades here and didn't get caught in any of this momentum right here, right? We didn't want to get caught in like these trades that could have been taken, but could have ended badly. We waited for this entry over here that fit our requirements. Once we did, it was a smooth CP, like literally in 1 minute hit our TP. Or less. So if you guys have more profits to post up, feel free to post them up. Otherwise, we will continue on and possibly look for maybe at least one more entry until the market close at 8. But I'll send you guys my profits right here. I actually got in a really good entry. So there are, let me go over here real quick. So on my main account, locked in 1,500. I just got in at like way better entry than usual because worked out in my favor. Man, solid Friday. Let me check my MFF, see if they're all the same. Yeah, I'll just take one. And TFF is screwing me. Patricia, they're screwing all of us, right? Patricia messaged me yesterday and she said, hey, there's something up with TFF. Like they're purposely executing late, and you guys will see right now. They've been screwing me this whole week. Patricia noticed it too. They've been screwing her too. I mean, everybody. That's why I'll probably never recommend TFF to any of you guys. That's why I only have one account with them. I could easily max out the accounts with them, but I'm not going to do it because they're not reliable. MFF does the same thing sometimes, but MFF is actually okay right now. They're a little off, but they're not as bad as TFF. But it's super annoying. I'll show you guys right now. The thing with TFF is I don't think they like scalpers. So when they see that someone's scalping, they're doing well scalping, like myself, they'll like literally they'll execute your trade late because they want to have an upper hand on you. So I'll show you guys because it's a huge difference. It's not like $100. It's more like $1,000 that's off. They throttle your entries. It's just freaking annoying. It's like, bro, I'm trying to make you guys money. Just copy my trades. So here, I'll show you guys real quick. So there's another entry coming up right here, guys. I don't think I'll take this because price is now ranging. As you guys can see, price is going sideways right here. Once you get good at identifying charts, you guys can really just take a look, take a glance, and you'll see that price is just ranging right here. I don't like when price is ranging like that. Like the first time was fine because it was cool, but this right here, it's obviously in a range, right? So I'll mark it up for you guys if it does close. But again, as I mentioned, I'm not looking to take this trade. Hey, Maddie, there's another entry here that I missed. Yeah, the variation would have been perfect of that one right there. So I'll mark this up here, guys. But again, I'm not going to take this trade. Price is in a range, so I'm not looking to take this trade. But the variation did come up right here. We had a buy signal that closed above it. This sell signal, sell candle closed below it, and that would have been the entry right there. It's all good. I totally missed that one. There's another momentum scalp here, but price is ranging, as I mentioned. One of the red flags right here. Sorry, red flags is avoid trades when price is ranging. I mean, if you guys want to enter late, you can put a sell stop right here and just catch it as it comes back down. But I'm definitely not looking to take that. This candle here is also too big. So what I was mentioning to Zach earlier, I mentioned like whenever the candle is too big like this, right? You put your stop loss there. If the stop loss is lesser than your candle, if price retraces up, it's going to stop you out before it comes down and hit your candle or hit your TP. So 2 red flags right there. For 1, candle prior entry is too large, and 2, price is ranging. So either way, I would have skipped that trade. It's just all about discipline here, guys. Don't chase these trades that are going to give you a heart attack. Another reason here too is because price is in a range. You can see how price faked out, right? Price broke outside of the range, and then it pulled back into this area, which is the range. The price just faked out. Price closed below, lured people into taking some sells, pulled back in, and now it's back into the range. So it's all good. We'll wait for the next one to come up here. But anyways, let's take a look at my profits. So let me show you guys what CFF did. So for this one right here, you can see my main account. I locked in 1,530, right? This is what I was supposed to lock in. You can see my full TP right there, green strip. My second account right here, perfect. My copier locked in 1,580 as well, perfect. My MFF over here, 1,300. It was off by $200, right? This is understandable. Like I could accept this. You're off by a couple $100. That's cool. MFF number 1, $200 missing, 1,300. MFF number 2, same thing, 1,300. MFF number 3, 1,300. But look at TFF. They gave me less than half my profit. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how like that. How does that even happen? Their time is even off too. If you look at their time here, it's off by like 2 hours. So what I'm guessing here is that they're using a different, or they're either throttling our trades and executing late, or they're using a different broker. I don't think they're using a different broker because they would have gave me a new login. So they're just messing with the execution times because it just doesn't make any sense. These trades were taken at the same exact time. You can see that the minutes right here, 22:02, 22:02, right? Or 22:00, and then MFF 22:03. It wouldn't matter if that happened because price dropped super heavy. So if you look at the charts over here, it doesn't make any sense why I would get any less profits because the entry happened. I don't even know where the entry happened. It happened like right here, right? The entry happened somewhere around here, so it blasted through. I should have gotten more profit than less because even if there was slippage, they still would have given me more profit. It just doesn't make any sense. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it because TFF is going to be TFF. And that's why I'm never going to recommend TFF to you guys. If you guys want to use a funding company, only use FTMO. If you max out your FTMO, then go on to MFF, but I don't recommend going to TFF. Also, where's Jay at? Is Jay over here? I forgot our chat, Jay, but there's this guy, Jay, in our group. If you guys remember Jay, the one that everyone was kind of hating on for a while. There's like this time where everyone was like literally against Jay because I guess Jay like blew somebody's account that gave him like they wanted Jay to pass their FTMO and they had like $50 left on the account, but Jay blew the account, and then everyone turned on Jay and called him a scammer. But anyway, Jay was on TFF, and it was funny. Well, I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny to us because it's not happening to us. He like passed it at his TFF account. He got funded, and then as soon as he got funded, he had a good month. He had like maybe like 20K in profit, and then he messaged TFF, and he was like, "Hey, can I keep trading on this account because I want to get my payout?" And the support guy was like, "Yeah, you can keep trading on his account." And I told him not to trade, but he traded on the account and like lost all the profit. And now they're like, "We're not going to pay you anything." So TFF is like pretty shady. They literally told him he could trade on the account while they were paying him out. And then he ended up losing like profit. And they're like, "Oh, we're not going to pay you anything anymore." And they've been giving him the runaround for like the past couple of weeks or past couple of months, actually. And I think he still hasn't been paid out. So when you guys are getting paid out, make sure that they reset your account before you trade on it, because if they don't, they're going to pull that same thing on you guys. So anyways, enough of that story. I don't know if Jay still is on the live right now. Let me check. There's a lot of people here with like names that don't associate with your account. So I'm not sure if Jay's on here. But Jay, if you're on here, I hope you got your payout. Because if not, man, that sucks. Anyways, there's nothing for us to take right here, guys. So we're not missing anything. I'm going to give a little description here. So nice profit for these wacky. Nice profit on live session. It's wacky Friday. All right, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, yeah, I'm probably not going to get any more accounts with TFF. I only have one account with them. I had a feeling something like this was going to happen. If you guys remember the first time I did TFF, I passed the challenge and got funded within like a week. As soon as I got the funded account, they like started messing with my trades, and I ended up having to forfeit the account. So it's not like anything's changed. There's no surprise there. Been screwed with them like a couple times, and here it happens again. Maddie said he's up 3.6 for the week. Nice work, Maddie. Question from Patrick. He's asking, I'll cover that right now, Patrick. So just give me a few moments for us to take a look at everything here, and I'll take a look at your question right after. So Patrick wants me to take a look at the variation to the momentum scalp that I just took earlier. Let me scroll down real quick. Some more profits over here from you guys. Let's copy this over here real quick. Some Patrick's right. I said Patrick's right there. Some profits from Patrick. Let me go and pull that up as well. All right. So you guys did pretty good so far for a Friday. You know, Friday's typically a risky day to trade. Let me scroll up real quick. So we've got a lot of profits here, actually. Yeah, Decibel's up 2,299. We have Narith over here, 7,405. Patrick over here. Yeah, unfortunately, Patrick took a little loss off the GJ. That's all good. He recovered some of it right there. So he took a loss from GJ. Unfortunately, I lost at GJ too. I took it with a small lot size, 1% risk, so I didn't lose too much. But yeah, unfortunately, that did hit stop loss. So that's one of the trades that hit stop loss for our Forex signals. Otherwise, the other trades have been pretty solid. So it's all good off that right there. Patrick actually hopped into two. He hopped into those two sell trades that I identified, and he recovered a lot of his losses right there. So nice recovery right there, Patrick. Narith over here took the sell as well. Made a total profit of 9,985 for the day. So great work right there, Narith. Natasha over here made her profits for the day, locking a total profit of 490 for the day. Nice work, Natasha. Anelli over here, he started a challenge. So he's starting off with a low risk to build his confidence in trade psychology. Hit full TP, but yeah, no green strip. That's been happening to me this week too, Anelli. So it's kind of normal. I mean, initially I didn't believe it when I saw it, but then it started happening to me too. So hit his full TP, total profit of 412 for the day. Nice work, Anelli. Off his brand new challenge. Maria over here took the sell as well, made 78 off it. Nice work, Maria. And Patrick over here clawing his way back. Nice work, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick said slippage on FTMO on both. Both of those push down hard passes TP. Should have closed that with at least 750. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but it's all good. It's good. It's a good, and it did hit your strip right there too. Yeah, because I can see the difference between your trades here. Your full TP hit right here, you made 885, and then this one made 427, and this one made 577. Yeah, it's weird. But it's good. It's good that you're clawing your way back, Patrick. It looks like you need one more win, and then you'll be back in profit. So looking forward to see your recovery right there off that trade. Natasha over here as well. She locked in 530 for the day. Nice work, Natasha. So she went way past her profit goal for the day. I think her goal is 500. She's now at 530. Some more profits down here for Maddie. Maddie locked in 302 off this account, full TP off that sell. Nice work, Maddie. And then his second account over here, 737 off this one. So great work right there, Maddie. Nice profits across both your accounts. Let's see some more profits right here from Cameron. Cameron's currently at 1,913 for the day. Nice work. All wins and no losses for the day. Solid. We got Will over here. Will's up at 195 for the day. He said, I took it at the same time as you when it came back to stop. He put a stop order, got out early, but he was fine with that. So yeah, total profit of 195. Will entered late, but he's still locked in profit. That's a key thing. Key thing here is just locking in profits, right? You want to make sure that you're not getting greedy. So nice work right there, Will. Rashid over here as well. All wins, no losses. Total profit of 1,055 for the day. So solid work off that. And then Kenny over here. Dang, did you win twice? Oh, and it's his wife's birthday. Yeah, happy birthday to your wife, Kenny. Yeah, I think Kenny here won twice. Or actually, this is the email saying that he passed. So nice work, Kenny. Yeah, I mean, you guys should go buy a lottery ticket. It looks like today's your lucky day. Cern over here as well. He's currently at 417 for the day. And don't worry, guys. If you guys are waiting for an entry, I'm still looking at this chart over here. So don't worry. I got this whole chart open. I'm looking for that buy signal here to confirm the retracement, and we'll catch you on the way back down. So we're not missing anything. I'm looking over everyone's profits, but I'm not missing anything here on this chart. And then lastly, we got Wesley over here, total profit of 1,509 off that sell that we took. Nice work, Wesley. All right, guys. So great profits right there overall. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We do have some questions lined up here. I'll go and take a look at them. Patrick, I'll get to yours after I answer these quick questions. But Patrick is asking if I can go over the momentum strat that I just covered. It's just a small variation to it. All right, so we do have the buy signal here, retracement. Next, we need to look for a sell signal, right? And if not, we can also look for the variation to the momentum scalp here as well. So I'll see if this comes back down, and I'll try to show you a real-time example, Patrick. But let me go over these other questions real quick. Let's see. Andrew said, learning a lot this week. I'm taking my first challenge in January. Nice, Andrew. Yeah, bro. Good to see you here. Glad you finally made it. And hopefully you got your MT4 to work. One of my buddies here, Andrew, he's just starting to trade with us, or just, starting to trade in general. He was trying to download MT4 on his iPhone, but unfortunately it's not on the App Store anymore. So he's having trouble getting it. But no, good to see you on here. If you guys have any solution to that, getting MT4 on the iPhone, if you guys know anything, just let me know so I can pass that down to people who need help. I thought there was a way to just install it on your phone manually, but I guess there isn't. So just make sure you don't break your phone or lose your phone that has MT4, because if you do, you're not going to be able to reinstall it until they fix that. Douglas is asking, Sean, is there any difference between FTMO and MFF in the way they handle drawdown? I don't think so. I think it's the same thing across basically all of the funding companies. I think for daily drawdown, it's 5%. Max drawdown is 10%, I believe. Or it might be 12. I don't know. I don't really go that far down into drawdown, Douglas, so I can't really tell. But I think MFF might be easier. I mean, don't quote me on it, but I think they might be easier. So I think that actually I could probably pull them up right now. let's go to my Forex funds, but I still don't recommend. So don't even think about doing MFF until you've finished your FTMO, right? I feel like everybody's always looking for that cheaper alternative, right? Just because MFF's cheaper by like a couple $100, I wouldn't cheap out on a funding company. I would go with MFF first because MFF still has issues. They also execute trades late. You can see here from my profits, they already did here as well. I made 1,500. They only gave me 1,300. This is normal for them too. They're just not as bad as TFF. So yeah, you get 12% overall drawdown, Douglas. So overall, you can lose 12%. I think daily it's 5% still the same. So daily drawdown is the same thing, but overall you get an extra 2%. But you should never get down to this point, right? If you're using proper risk management, you should never get down to past 10%. So this isn't going to make a difference really much. If you're down 10% and you're still making mistakes, you're going to blow your account. So that's just a heads up, right? Like MFF, they try to make things here where where it's easier, but what they're doing is they're luring in horrible traders, right? Because if you're a bad trader, it doesn't matter what funding company you use, you're going to fail at everything, right? So whether you do FTMO, MFF, TFF, you're going to fail at all of them. So this extra 2% lures in traders that suck, right? Because they think, okay, I have an extra 2%. I'm gonna use MFF because MFF is going to be better. And the profit target's smaller as well. They think just because their profit target's down by 2% and their overall drawdown is 2%, that they're going to have better option, like a better opportunity of passing. Either way, you're going to fail this account. Like if you can't pass FTMO, you're not going to pass MFF. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you guys are choosing these funding companies, because I always get questions from people asking like, hey, this funding company has no daily requirement, or this company doesn't have a minimum trading days. It doesn't matter. If you can't pass FTMO, you're probably not going to pass MFF, and you're probably not going to pass any of the other ones. So just keep that in mind. The reason why I recommend FTMO is because they're reliable. I've been using them for years now, and their payouts are on time. They respond to you quickly. Their support team's on point. If you message MFF, good luck on getting a response from them, right? They'll probably respond to you in like 2 days. FTMO is like right away. So just keep that in mind, guys, whenever you guys are choosing these. If you guys have not maxed out your allocation on FTMO, then I don't recommend going to any of these other cheaper companies. But MFF would be number 2 in line once you've already maxed out your FTMO. So for me, it's FTMO, MFF, and then I was going to say TFF, but I don't really recommend them. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you guys are looking for what to use. FTMO is always going to be gold standard. I know it's a little more expensive, but it's like you're paying for quality, right? Like you're not gonna I was trying to find I was trying to find something to use for example, but they're bad examples. It's like kind of comparing like cars, right? I don't want to compare cars because there's obviously big differences between cars. It's kind of like shopping at Walmart and Target, right? If you go to Walmart, you're going to dread going to Walmart. But if you go to Target, you're going to feel way different at Target. If you guys are in the US, and you guys probably know the difference between going to Walmart and Target. Yeah, you'll go to Walmart and get cheaper prices. You'll get stuff that's like $1 cheaper, but you got to deal with people at Walmart versus people at Target. And that's only for people in the US. I know, and like you guys who are international, it's different, but you guys probably have similar stores. Natasha is asking, what do you mean by max out FTMO? I mean, max out your allocation. So if you only have like a $10,000 account on FTMO, you can still go for a bigger account, right? So that's what I mean about maxing out the FTMO. Your max allocation is 400K. So until you've reached 400K, like mine over here, I have 2 different 200K accounts. So I got this one right here and this one right here. This is pretty much maxed out because they're both 200K. Once you've maxed that out, then you can go on and do whatever else you guys want because you can't do any more on FTMO, obviously. Still no entries here, guys, for this. I was going to show you this as the example, Patrick, but unfortunately, we don't have that here yet. Going back over here, let me check real quick. Jason said, bro, I had to take care of something today, so I didn't trade. And no, I never got paid with TFF. Yeah, so this is the Jason I was telling you guys about. He was on TFF. He actually messaged me over here. Let me see. Yeah, Jason over here. basically they were like, you don't have to trade anymore and you can trade or whatever. And then he kept trading. And he this is a proof of his account right here too, right? So like Jason over here said, happy holidays, Kodi game for life. He made profit here. His profit here was 25,090. So this is on his funded account. He passed everything. Sorry guys, we have a trade here that's coming up. I don't want to miss it. But yeah, I was just showing you guys Jason's account. He made profit on it. He tried to get a payout and they kept giving the runaround. And then they ended up just not paying him out, which is crazy. It's been a month now, I think. So I don't recommend you guys do TFF unless like you guys really, really need to. All right, we got a pending sell signal over here. So this is an example of the variation to the momentum scalp as well, Patrick. If this candle right here closes below that green, that's going to be an entry for the one that we just discussed. There's another entry right here as well. I kind of missed the entry here. Let me see if I could get in. So I got into the position right here. It's coming right below. Ah, fuck. It already hit my TP, but I think I got slippage on that. You see. So I got into the position. I tried to yeah, there was some slippage, but it's all good. So I got into this position right here. I don't know if anyone got into that. I had to get in like really quick. I got in really quick. As soon as I got in, it just went straight to TP. I'll go over this entry again, Patrick, because this was an example of the other one as well. So this basically had 2 entries in one, or 3 entries actually. Yeah, this entry right here had 3 separate entries in one. It had the high-low momentum pivot scalp, momentum scalp, and then also the momentum scalp variation. Let me see what I locked in on that. Yeah, because I got in when it pulled up a little bit and it went straight to my TP and I looked at my profits. It only gave me like partial profit. I think it gave me like, because it spiked up so fast. Let's see what I got in on that. It's probably still running for some of you guys if you guys weren't able to pull out yet. Yeah, Maddie's still in it, it looks like. But if it drops down a second time, you guys got to pull out of that position. So let me show you guys what I locked in off that. I had a feeling slippage was going to hit me, fortunately. Because I got in like super late when price pulled in or pulled up, I hit sell and then it pulled me out, but I don't think it got me for full TP. All right. Yeah, it gave me 330. So I did hit slippage. It didn't even close out my the green strip either. It's all good. All right, let me screenshot my profits. Nice. Looks like Natasha took it. So Natasha said she caught it, full TP. Now she's really done for the day. All right, cool. Still running though. If you guys are in it, it's still running. If it hits TP though, you guys got to pull out. Don't get greedy today. It's not the day to get greedy. But I'll show you guys because I was kind of tempted to hop back in for to catch the full move, but it's all good. I'm satisfied with what I got for today. All right, Maddie pulled his out. He got his TP, not full TP, but he got partial profit on it. The way that market's moving right now, it's kind of bouncing around a lot. So it is risky. But I did hit my TP on there, thankfully. Blasted right through it, Maddie. Look. So if you guys held on to it, it went right through TP. I knew this was going to hit because it was 3 different strategies. This hit, it was a high. So looking at this right here, like when you guys get multiple entries like that, that thing's for sure going to hit. It's like almost guaranteed it's going to hit. So I'm going to show you guys 3 different strategies that hit right here. It was the high-low momentum pivot scalp. So we got this entry right here. I was like, okay, this is cool. This is probably going to hit. So we had that right there, right? This is one entry right there. We also had the momentum scalp right there. And then we also had the momentum variation or momentum scalp variation that was there. So it was 3 strategies that have very high win rates. I was like, this thing for sure has to hit. But I know maybe I kind of scared you a little bit there, Maddie. That's probably my bad, because I probably would have. I mean, you probably would have held on to it unless I was like for sure. But I wanted to be safe, so I'm glad that you still pulled out profit. But it's all good. Yeah, Natasha pulled out early too. I mean, it's all good, guys. That was probably my bad. I was probably scaring you guys a little much with my analysis, but I'd rather have you guys pull out profit than pull out with a loss, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. I locked in partial profit too. So you guys will see my accounts here. I didn't lock in that much either, so it's all good. Locked in maybe half. That's a 380 off that one. 380 off that one. All right, so all my MFFs are the same. That's cool. Let me check my TFF. Let's see if TFF actually hooked me up this time, or they still. TFF actually hooked me up this time. I feel like there might be somebody in this chat that works for a TFF, because I feel like whenever I bash on TFF, like on these live sessions, they fix the issue like right after. Because you'll see right here, the profits are actually the same for TFF now, which I don't know. It kind of like throws me off sometimes. But you guys will see right here. Wait a second. Yeah, no, I swear someone from TFF is on our chat or on our live session, because this happens every time. Whenever something bad happens to TFF, I always have something to say. And then the next trade I take, it works out. It's like, you guys just fixed my account right away, like after I said something. But it happens every time. You guys have seen it the last time too. So here's my TFF, or my FTMO. FTMO I locked in 330, some slippage there. FTMO number 2, 480. MFF 380 here, MFF 380 right there, MFF 380, and then all of a sudden my TFF wants to act right. It gives me 300, right? Well, I'm glad that you guys fixed that TFF. I'm still not going to recommend you guys yet. If you guys, I mean, if you guys keep helping me out, then maybe I'll recommend you guys in the future. But I'm not going to recommend you guys yet. But I'm glad that you guys fixed that. You guys can see the big difference here. It went from being like less than half profit to like literally on point, 300, which is where all my accounts were. So, all right. So that's the profit that I locked in off that. I'm going to go over the strategy with you right now, Patrick, for the momentum scalp variation. If there's any other questions that you guys have here, feel free to, drop them in the chat. It's 7:57 right now. So we're about to wrap this up. It's about to be 8. I just want to go over the specific strategy with Patrick and you guys. This isn't an official strategy. I literally just saw this yesterday. I was just practicing the momentum scalp, and I started to see a lot of these patterns here when we're in a heavy trend. So for this specifically, it's the same strategy. It's just you're using pending momentum so that you can catch the big push in that direction when price actually comes down. So let me just scroll up real quick. Or before I go over this, let me just go over everyone's profits before we kind of just go off track. So let me just give a little update here. Last full TP, the week locked in. All right, so I'm just gonna go over everyone's profits real quick. If you guys have profits to post up, feel free to send them in. And then I will add them to the list for today. And then we'll go over that strategy with Patrick, and then I'll answer your question right now to Andrew. So Andrew's asking, how long do you have to wait in between challenges for FTMO? Yeah, there's no wait time. So once you start a challenge, you can start it whenever you want. If you want to do a second one right after, you can do it like literally same day or like right after if you want to. There's no waiting time between challenges. The only difference is when you get funded. Usually the first time you get funded, they take about a week to basically verify your account, for you to sign the contract and to get all that good stuff done. That's just the first time. Once you get funded a second time, it's like right away because they have all your documentation already. So yeah, if you want to do multiple accounts, there's no wait time in between. You can do them as like whenever you want. The only wait time is like when they give you your verification account, which is usually the same day. When you get funded, it takes about a week for them to verify your account information and stuff. So some more profits over here. Let me scroll up real quick. We've got Natasha over here. Wow, Natasha, we went over your profit target goal. So your profit goal is usually 500 for the day. You locked in 675. So nice work right here, Natasha. Great work with passing your profit goal and surpassing it to 675 for the day. So nice profits right here. Looks like you had one loss. Unfortunately, if you had that win there, you would have been way up close to 800, but it's all good. Profit's profit. You'll continue with that consistency next week. Patrick over here finally made his way back. So Patrick said slippage in his favor this time, recovered from that loss last night, total profit of 356 for the day. Nice work, Patrick. Yeah, good resilience there, making your way back into profit. Not everyone can do that. So glad to see you were able to wrap up this day in profit. Anelli over here, he's currently up 1,432 for the day, all wins, no losses. Nice work, Anelli. And then we got Patrick over here, total profit of 1,000 straight profit. He said held on to that last momentum strat. So Patrick over here took it, held on to it, hit his full TP, and wrapping it up for the day. Nice work, Patrick. All right, nice work right there. Rashida over here as well took another trade, total profit of 1,455 for the day, all wins, no losses. Nice work, Rashida. Good consistency for a Friday. Oh, gotcha. So Kenny sent me this video, but this is only if you already had MT4 on your phone already. If you haven't had it before, it's like almost impossible to add right now. All right, so let me go over here real quick and let's see. David said, Sean, way to finish strong. Happy weekend, traders. Definitely, David. We'll see you back here on Monday. Gotcha. Natasha's profit goal is actually 400 for the day. So Natasha's up like way past it. So yeah, she locked in, I think 670, 675 for the day. Yeah. So her profit goal is 400. She actually made 675. So way past it. That puts you way past the green for the following week. Let me see. Question from CT real quick. CT is asking, would that last momentum be legit since 5-minute had a buy signal? Let me check. So I'm looking at it right here, CT. Let me see. Yeah, CT is right. So it's too fast. CTL. It 5-minute. So with this entry over here, guys, this is my mistake. I actually made a mistake on this trade here. This trade should have been avoided, but it was hard to tell. So CT, thanks for bringing that up. You can see here that sometimes these candles will close on the same exact candle. So this one over here, our entry for the sell, this one here had a buy signal on it. It was on the same exact candle. When this here closed with the sell signal, this here closed with the buy signal. So since we weren't looking for that, we hopped into the trade, but this would have invalidated the trade. So technically there was no entry off this, but I'm glad that we still hit our TP on it. Yeah, just a heads up if you guys are wondering. So thanks CT for bringing it up. Yeah, I think entry. Yeah, I think entry. 750. Yeah, because the sell signal right here. Actually, never mind. Take that back. Never mind. It was valid. Okay, never mind, guys. I take that back. This was a valid entry because the sell signal here closed a minute before this one. This candle here closed at 750. And this one closed like the candle before it. So yeah, you'll get entries like that, guys. It's an issue that we're gonna run into from time to time. Let's see. So Jack over here messaged me. He said, so he actually messaged TFF about like what happened with me. And he said, there's an issue with their unstable servers disconnecting from copiers. And in his opinion, they don't see the problem. So he doesn't think that they'll improve it anytime soon. So there you go, straight from the stars. Thanks, Jack, for that email. So Jack actually sent me the email he had with TFF. They don't see an issue there, which is pretty big issue, right? They know that their servers are disconnecting, and they know that their servers, they're having unstable servers. So they have unstable servers, and their servers are disconnecting from the copiers. So they don't see that that's a problem because you basically agreed to their agreements. It says, please be reminded that any delays, errors, and transmission of an order of execution is not their responsibility. What kind of bullshit is that? Okay, guys, don't use TFF. That's some BS, bro. So like they're basically saying if their servers don't copy your trades, they're not going to pay you. So just don't use TFF. As I'm for sure going to not open another account with them. That's, I mean, they'll just use that to their advantage. Whenever you win a lot of profit and they don't want to pay you out, they'll just say, oh, the server's disconnected. It's all good though. It is what it is. Thanks, Jack, for that email. Jack actually got that email directly from the risk manager at TFF. Well, that's some BS. But anyways, let's go back over here real quick and let me go over to the questions. Zach's asking, and so if this comes up with a sell signal, it wouldn't be valid because price is ranging. Yeah, I wouldn't take the trade right here, also because it's after 8. So for one, it's after 8, and then after 8, price starts to range. And you can see right here that price is ranging pretty hard. So yeah, you're right, Zach. I wouldn't take the trade here. For one, it's after 8 o'clock. And then for two, the reason why we don't trade after 8 is because price starts to range after 8, right? So you actually identify the range, plus it's after 8. So hand in hand, definitely would not take the trade right there. Other than that, sorry, Patrick, I know you've been waiting for this example for a long time. Let me show you real quick how this one works. Okay, so this is an example of it right here. Basically what you want to do for this entry here, and guys, there's no specific requirements for this yet. I mean, I have like an idea of like what requirements I want, but this isn't an official strategy yet. This is just something that I came up with. I mean, like last night, basically. And it's just it's a small little change to the momentum scalp. Instead of using momentum, you're looking for a pending momentum. So I have 2 examples right here, actually. Let me go over here to the next one. So I'll show you 2 that come up right here, Patrick. And I just want to check if you're still here. All right, Patrick, you're still in the group. Okay. Just want to make sure on the Zoom, I don't want to go over this and you're not here. So basically for this strategy here, let me just put what requirements I sent to Maddie. Because I gave Maddie the requirements and they were pretty straightforward. All right, so for the momentum scalp variation, you want to confirm overall trend on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute. For this, you don't really care about bias. I mean, the momentum, right? The momentum doesn't matter for this specific entry. So looking at this here, you can see price is below the pivots. The main thing that you want to look at is the trend. So it's bearish on the 10, bearish on the 5, bearish on the 1, right? Once you've confirmed that, you can move on to step 2. So let me just space these out so they're easy to read. All right, so step one's in met, confirm overall direction trend, bearish, confirm retracement on momentum signal on 1 minute. So a retracement signal is right here, right? We're in a bearish trend. So once you get a buy signal right here, this is just going to confirm retracement. We got the retracement right there. Third requirement, confirm price close past pivots in the range in retracement on, sorry, let me reread that. Confirm price close past pivots and retracement on the 1 minute. So we have the retracement right here. And then we have price closing above the pivots, right? Because the last pivot right here is the green one. Let me turn off these high lows. Turn off the sessions. So right here, we have price closing above the pivots and retracement. That's step 3. For step 4, you just want to wait for it to close back below. So you're basically catching this wave. Price comes below, you have retracement signal, price retraces up, confirms retracement, price comes back down. And you can see right here that this candle closes below the green pivot, right? Pivot's right in between it, closes below it. That's going to be step 4. For step 5, you enter on the close of the candle for a TP stop loss of 300 pips. Enter right there, fixed TP stop loss. So what you're doing here is you're just basically waiting for continuation of trend. So you have that right there. You let the trade run, retraces up a little bit, comes back down, full TP right there, right? That's one entry right there. I think there's another one that comes up again. And then you do the same thing. You wait for price to retrace up. You get the buy signal right here. So same exact requirements. Overall trend is still bearish. Confirm retracement on retracement momentum signal right here. So confirm retracement momentum signal. Confirm price closes in retracement. So right here, price closes above the pivots, this green candle. Step 4, confirm price closes below, again right there. And you do the same thing over and over again. It's the same thing. Same thing, fixed TP stop loss. Let the trade run, full TP again right there. So here's the cool thing. See how this happened right here? Now you have another sell signal. Now you're going to take, you have the momentum scalp, and then you got the original OG momentum scalp. So you got this one that came up right before it, and then you got this one right after it, right? So you technically got 2 entries right here. You got another one right there. See how price provides another entry? Or actually, we wouldn't have taken this one away. This candle was too big. Sorry, I just remembered. So we got the sell signal right here, and we actually went over this during the live session. This one right here is too big. The stop loss is right here. If it retraces up, you couldn't take that trade. So we would have skipped this one right here. I think there was another one though that came up. I think it was another one that was, it was right here. So this is the momentum scalp that we actually took. So you guys can see the difference here, right? The difference is for the momentum scalp, you're confirming momentum and you're confirming overall direction of trend. For the variation, you're just looking at trend because you already have the bias in mind. You know, price is coming down. You're just looking for retracement and then continuation back to the downside. So these two right here are variation types to the momentum scalp. And this is the actual momentum scalp right here. Let the trade run and full TP. That's one that we took just now. So does that make sense, Patrick? How it's applied? I just want to make sure you get it. I'm going to keep forward testing the strategy. We're not going to apply this like as official entries yet, but we will, continue to test it out because I literally just thought of this yesterday. So this is really fresh. It's, but I tested it for the past couple of weeks. Like I went back as far as I could with the data that we currently have for the 1 minute, and it's been pretty solid. I don't think there's been any losses. As long as you apply it during live session, don't apply this outside of it because I haven't tested it outside yet. I see a question from other Patrick. Patrick said, so, okay, it needs to, here, I'll read I'll read both of them, Patrick. I'm not sure if this is a correction to your first one or if this is a addition to it. Let me see what you said. Okay, so it needs to close past pivot number one. Addition, okay. So not necessarily past pivot number one, it just has to be above the pivots. So see how price crosses above and below the pivots? It doesn't need to be pivot one, it can be pivot two. Like for example, you get a big candle, right? Like a big green one, and it closes past pivot two or something. You just want it to be within the pivots because you want to confirm the retracement. You can see how price moves in waves right here, right? When price crosses above the pivots, it goes up, right? Price crosses below the pivots, it goes down. So what you're looking for is just a retracement. There's no specific number of pivot here. Like for example, this could have crossed up super hard above the yellow pivot. Or like, for example, this one right here, right? This one crossed above the yellow pivot and that's perfectly fine. So whether it's a green pivot, yellow pivot, orange pivot, red pivot, you just want to make sure price crosses above it and then closes right back below it. So let me continue on with your question here. Maddie said market's tweaking right now. Yeah, I would avoid getting into any trades right now, guys. But anyways, let me get back to your question, Patrick. So let's see. Not past a pivot that the retracement closes past. For example, retracement closes past pivot two, but you need to wait for it to pull back. Let me read down a little lower. Not after it pulls back away from the pivot. Showed me first red candle. Patrick, what I mean is the close back below has passed pivot one. So to simplify it, it just needs to close below all the pivots, Patrick. So yeah, I know that'll kind of confuse it if you're like going by the number of pivot, just basically below the pivots. So basically above the pivots where it's like, you know, above all of them, or not all of them, but like at least one of them. And then when it closes below, it just has to be below all the pivots because it's just a confirmation, right? If you look over here at these, it actually happens a lot. So like, see right here, our price swings above, comes back below right here. And then it comes back above on the candle next to it. And it just shoots right back up further, right? So this is another way that I was trying to test the strategy. I was trying to see if we could take it in the direction of momentum. But what I realized is that you get a lot of fake outs here, right? So like, for example, here, you see how price closes below, closes back above. This is good. Price closes below, closes back above. This would have been a loss. So the way that I improved this entry here, or this strategy, was having a pending momentum. Because if you have a pending momentum, odds of it, you know, blasting through your TP are very likely, because each momentum candle over here, if you measure them, they're at least like 100 pips, right? So if you're going for a 100 pip move and you got a pending momentum, when that momentum comes, it's going to blast right through your TP. So it almost guarantees your momentum that you're waiting for. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for today. If you guys have more profit to post up, you know, feel free to send them in to me. Looks like we got a couple right here. Natasha took one more. Total profit of 810. So you doubled up your profit goal for the day, Natasha. Great work. Even though you had a loss today, you still doubled up. So you locked in 810 for the day. Your profit goal was 400. Solid work right there, Natasha. It's awesome. Let's see. Let's see. Barack said he's struggling how to understand how this guy trades, Sean. I have no idea what he's doing. So Barack said that this guy uses C-Trader and he's using a software coded in some ancient language. I don't know. It sounds too good to be true, Barack. Right? You guys don't be like lured into like believing these like EAs. We just talked about EAs yesterday, right? I mean, yeah, anyone can make a demo account and make huge profits like this. And unless he's doing it live and he's showing you that it's happening live, then Yeah, Brock. I mean, I don't know. Some people are just easily gullible, right? So if someone shows you 100K profit, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna give you all my money to trade my account. Um, but yeah, I mean, all right, let's move on to the next thing here. I think that's it for now. If you guys have any more profits to post up, feel free to send them out. Otherwise, I'll have this conversation, Barack, off the live. Other than that, I think that's about it, guys. So, all right, guys, we had a great week so far. No losses for the live sessions this whole week. We haven't had a loss on the live session for, I think, about a month or two now. So it's been pretty good. I mean, there should be no reason for you guys not to pass your challenges if you guys are taking a challenge or anything like that. As long as you guys stick to the live session, I think you guys should be good. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. You guys can email me or message me on Telegram. My email is sean@kodikaitrades.com. If you guys are new here and you guys want access to the indicators and strategies, just go to the website over here, kodikaitrades.com, click on unlock your free access right here. It'll take you to the website. Otherwise, if you guys just want to watch the live sessions that we've been taking, I have my live sessions over here. Pretty much everything here that's been posted. I've been trading live for about 3 or 5 years. If you go to live here, you guys can just scroll down. You guys can see all of my live sessions here. All of the ones with the blue background are live trading sessions. Green are mentoring sessions. Orange are live one-on-one mentoring sessions. And if you want to watch any videos here, I'm posting all the strategies on the YouTube completely free. So if you guys want to go and watch the strategies, feel free to watch the strategies on here. If you guys want the indicators, go on the website. So, all right, guys, other than that, I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and I'll catch you guys back here on Market Open. So